Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We're talking BKFC because we have the squared circle returning to the UK. Yes, BKFC is returning to London, England. It's all going down March 4th. It's actually going to be an afternoon card here in North America, so it should work out perfectly. Have some excellent bare knuckle boxing action before John Jones returns to the UFC there later that night. So, an awesome, action packed, violent fucking day ready for us to go here on March 4th. Not talking UFC in this video. What I really want to get to is the main event because we got a stellar welterweight matchup here. Connor Tierney is taking on Jake Lindsey. Now, no belts on the line here, but this is a huge, huge welterweight matchup as both have been on fire as of late, and both are chomping at the bit to get a shot at that title that Palomino currently has. So, interesting shit in the welterweight division. It seems to be getting stacked and more stacked by the day. And currently we got Tierney ranked number 5 in that division. Now, Lindsey's not ranked as of yet, but if he can manage to get past Connor Tierney here, you can only imagine that's going to catapult him right up there, and he should be in the top 5 if he beats the 5th place dude, right? If not top 5, he'll be right there knocking on the door to the rankings. So that's what we have up for grabs in the main event. Other than that, it's not a card filled with a lot of notable names. We've got a ton of fighters duking it out from overseas here. A lot of UK products, of course, makes perfect sense. And then a few fighters from all around overseas. Jake Lindsey is the only American fighting on the card, so he's going to be in some hostile territory there. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at both men involved in the main event at BKFC 37. First, let's have a look at Connor Tierney. Connor Tierney is one of few bare-knuckle fighters to not have an MMA career before moving on to bare-knuckle boxing. The Brumtown Bomber began his bare-knuckle ventures in 2019, where he'd go an impressive 5-1 under the BKB banner. Tierney made the move to BKFC in 2022 and has been an impressive addition to the welterweight division. Currently 2-0 inside the squared circle and 7-1 overall in bare-knuckle boxing. Connor isn't known as a finisher, but his speed, conditioning, and movement have allowed him to break into the top 5 at welterweight. At only 28 years old, Tierney is just entering his prime fighting years. Headlining a card on home soil could just be the beginning of a massive career for the UK fighter. An impressive victory over the Librarian could see Tierney jump even higher in the rankings and be within striking distance of welterweight gold. All right, so that's a brief introduction to Connor Tierney. Obviously, there's more to him than that. Just a brief introduction just to get you primed for this big scrap going down in London on Saturday, March 4th. Now let's have a look at the other half of the main event, Jake Lindsey. Jake Lindsey began his pro MMA journey in 2010, where he strung together 9 straight wins before getting the call to enter the UFC's Octagon in 2014. 3 losses in the biggest MMA promotion would send Lindsey back to the regionals, where he'd be up and down over the next several years. Finishing his MMA career with a record of 15 wins and 11 losses, the Librarian had his first legal bare-knuckle fight in 2021. 3 fights with 3 finishes has Jake knocking on the door of the welterweight top 5. Eric Thompson, Derek Finley, and Brandon Gertz quickly learned about the power Lindsey possesses. At 36 years old, Lindsey will be the older fighter in this all-important welterweight matchup. There's no doubt that Lindsey will have the experience as far as combat with all the years in MMA, not to mention his bare-knuckle ventures as of recent. But will it be enough to get past the young UK fighter? We'll find out on March 4th. It's UK versus USA in the welterweight main event. BKFC 37 goes down Saturday, March 4th, live from London, England. Don't miss it. So there we have it, BKFC 37, live from London, England, going down Saturday afternoon here in the US, in North America, pardon me. Connor Tierney, Jake Lindsey, they're going to scrap it out to see who's the next potential candidate for that welterweight strap, who gets the next shot. Contender fight really is what it is when it comes down to it, because there's the winner of this fight is either going to get a title shot next, or that catapults them directly into a contenders fight. So next fight or two, whoever wins this one is well on their way to scrapping it out for that welterweight gold. We're going to find out. BKFC 37, it's got a stacked card. There's no doubt there's going to be violence. There's going to be blood. There always is, and especially in the UK, it's going to be a wild crowd, going to be a good fucking time. I recommend you check it out. Get the BKFC app. Do whatever you got to do to watch this scrap, because it's going to be one hell of a bloodbath. There we have it. Connor Tierney versus Jake Lindsey, BKFC 37. Thanks for joining me here on Quick Rip. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, cover a lot of BKFC here on Bulls, Beers, and Brawls. We're going to run with the BKFC because they're doing such great things. I mean, 3 weeks, 3 huge events. This weekend we got London coming up, BKFC 37. Last weekend we saw Alan Belcher defeat Arnold Adams to become the heavyweight champion. Crazy fucking shit there. Not to mention all the shit that happened in the bouts before that. It was such a bloody night. And then, of course, before that, we had Knucklemania 3. I mean, we are on such a fucking violent train here, and I don't want this ride to stop. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. Take care, and peace.